So you're interested in the idea of bank account churning, but that brings up an important question. How do churners find so many bonuses? And how do they find the best ones? Now there's a variety of different methods that churners use, and I'm going to be going over 4 in this video. The first method is just using a simple list or link tree, which has multiple really good offers in one location. For example, here's my link tree, which I'll have linked in the description of this video. You can see there's a Wells Fargo bonus for $400, a Chime bonus for $350, and a Capital One sign-up bonus of $300. All of these are pretty good offers and not too hard to achieve. The second method churners use is simply putting best bank bonuses in Google and looking at the results. So if I type up best bank bonuses November 2025 and I scroll through, I can see here's one from Chime for $350, here's one from PNC for $400, here's one from CIT Bank for $300, and if I kept scrolling, I would find different offers as well. They also might search up best bank bonuses in their state, because some bonuses are location specific. The third way churners find the best bonuses is by using social media. For example, I might post on my Patreon best bank bonuses of December 2025. And these are really useful because the churner knows that any bank bonus which made the list is likely a pretty good one. The fourth method that churners use is churning websites. For example, here I'm using NerdWallet, and I can see all these different bonuses like Chime, Capital One, and SoFi. And the cool thing about this website is that it shows you the annual fee. So churners can look through and find the bonus amount and the annual fee, as well as other details like the APR, all in one place. And there is one last method that the most advanced bank churners use, which is by far the best resource. That's called Doctor of Credit. I'm going to be dedicating an entire video to how churners use Doctor of Credit, so stay tuned. Now once a churner finds a bonus that interests them, they can't just go ahead and apply right away. They have to do a little bit of research to make sure that that bonus will actually work for them. And they're primarily looking for 5 things. 1. Is the bonus amount good enough? 2. Is where they live eligible for the bonus? Some bonuses will only be available for people in a specific state. 3. What are the requirements to get the bonus? Usually this comes in the form of a direct deposit, but how much is that direct deposit? And is there other requirements like needing to use a debit card a certain amount of times? 4. What's the monthly fees for the account? Some accounts have high fees that can't be avoided, and this has to be factored in when determining if a bonus is worth it. And lastly, number 5. Does opening this checking account lead to a hard inquiry? Most of the time, opening a checking account won't lead to a hard inquiry, but there are some banks that do this. And if a bank does a hard inquiry, that will lower the churner's credit score. Oftentimes, one bank account bonus isn't worth lowering a credit score for. So going back to NerdWallet, let's say I was interested in this $350 Chime bonus. I click Learn More, and that'll take me to the Chime website. And right off the bat, I can see get up to $350 with a new Chime checking account. So that's the first fact I want to find out. How much is the bonus? Now I also need to find the requirements. So if I scroll down, I can see that you can get your first $100 with a $200 direct deposit in 30 days. Then a $200 direct deposit in the next calendar month gets you another $100. And lastly, a third direct deposit of $200 gets you a final $150. So it looks like 3 direct deposits in 3 months. But it's always good to look at the fine print. So I click Terms and Conditions, and that brings me down here. And I see a link that I then click, and that brings me to the promotion offer terms. So if I click on this, I can see eligibility and earning rewards. Invitation to participate, that's one of the eligibility requirements. And I also see that you must be a first-time Chime holder. So it doesn't seem like this is a bank account which you could get the bonus over and over again for. I don't see anything mentioned about only being for specific states, so I'm assuming this is nationwide, but if I wanted to confirm, I could always call the bank directly and ask what their policy is. As I look at the terms and conditions, it seems the same as before, but with this added requirement of activating the physical card, so it's a good thing we check the terms and conditions, because otherwise we might not have known that. So I found out that the bonus is for $350. I determined that it doesn't seem like there's a state-specific requirement, and I could always call the bank if I was unsure. And I found out the requirements to get the bonus. So now I have to determine if there's any fees for this account. And after poking around the website for a little bit, I see it right here, no monthly fees. That's exactly what a churner is looking for. Now, if there were monthly fees, that doesn't necessarily mean a churner won't open the account. But the bonus would have to be big enough to justify paying the monthly fee for a little while, and they would then likely close the account after 6 months, so they could avoid paying those fees going forward. Okay, so I have all the other information I need. Now I just have to determine if there's a hard inquiry. So I'm just going to Google, does a Chime checking account have a hard inquiry? And I can just see from the AI overview that it says no, Chime does not have a hard inquiry for the checking account. But if I scroll down, I can see it on Reddit. People are saying it doesn't have one. I can see it on another website down here that it doesn't have one. So I'm pretty confident there's no hard inquiry involved. But if I was ever unsure or if I ever wanted to double check, I could just call the bank and I would be sure of it. So that's how churners find new bank account bonuses. They use a variety of methods like my link tree, simply using Google, videos of the best sign-up bonuses, or churning websites like NerdWallet, as well as in-depth websites like Doctor of Credit, which I'm going to be doing an entire video on. And they use these resources to find bonus that interests them. Once they have a bonus that interests them, they'll go into the terms and conditions, and they'll pick out the bonus amount, the requirements to get the bonus, if they're eligible for it based on their location, if there's any monthly fees with the account, and if there's a hard inquiry. And if all 5 of those look good, they'll probably go ahead and open the account. So how do they do this? Typically, an account is opened online through the promotion page. So a churner wouldn't want to just go to chime.com and press open an account. They would want to go to the specific page where the bonus was being offered, like I had up in the video. And they would want to sign up through that page. It usually takes just a few minutes and can usually be done from home. Now, there is a small minority of banks that will make a person go in branch to open an account, but this is pretty rare. If there is a bank that offers this, the churner will have to tell the person opening the account that they want to apply the bonus. But like I said, most people just find a bonus that interests them, look at the terms and conditions, and then open an account online in a few minutes. After that, everything's all set. They just have to meet the bonus requirements. Stay tuned till step 2, where I'll go over how churners meet requirements, even if they don't have a traditional direct deposit, or if they're unemployed. See you guys in the next video.